Hi, 6th grade. We are going to do lesson 11 together in your book, so make sure you have your Chromebook open to the video and you have your book and a pencil right next to you. So lesson 11 is on page S.61, and remember it's like the second half of your book. So we're going to be talking about the distributive property and how to write equivalent expressions using it. So what we're really going to be working on today is called factoring out the greatest common factor, or the GCF. In algebra, where we just call it factoring out. So what it is you're going to look at both of your terms. So this is a term, it's just like a part of the expression, and this is the other part. And you have to think, what can I divide this by? And also that number has to divide this term. So what number divides 7 and another 7? Well, it's a silly question, right? 7. So if you weren't sure, right, you can always use your handy dandy multiplication chart, and you have to look down the chart going this way and see like which number has 7. Well, 7 has 7, and then we use it by finding our number in here in the white space. And if I take 7 and divide by 7, your answer should be on this side. So I'm going to divide 7x by 7. So that means I'm going to take a 7 out. I'm going to open up parentheses because 7x divided by 7 is 1, right? So you can write 1x. Plus, if I divide now this part by 7, 7y divided by 7 is just 1y. And I know we've talked about this already. Whenever you have just a 1 in front of the variable, we don't write it. So we're just going to write x plus y. So you just factor out the greatest common factor, which is 7. This is the GCF. And then whatever remains stays in parentheses, and that's it. Okay, so now let's try the next one. So this one's good because it has two different coefficients, these are called, in front of the variables, coefficients. And we have to use our multiplication charts again and see which one of these numbers has 15 and 20 going down their row. So let's see, here's a 20, but I don't see a 15. Here's a 20 and a 15. That means that 5 can divide both of those numbers. So I'm going to try to factor out a 5. So that means I'm going to take a 5 out. And 15 divided by 5 is 3g, plus 20h divided by 5 is 4, and then h. So this is my greatest common factor, and this is what's left behind. That is it. We're done, okay? Keep it going. So 18 and 42, again, handy down the multiplication chart. Look down till you find 18 and 42 in the same row. Here's 18, no 42. Okay, nope. Okay, 18 and 42 right here. That means 6 can divide both of those numbers. So let's divide by 6. We're going to factor out a 6. 18m divided by 6 is 3m, plus 42 divided by 6. Oh, I don't know, so let me go check. Okay, go down my 6's. Here's 42. That means 42 divided by 6 is 7. And then I just add on the variable. Okay, see, you start to get the hang of it. Like, it's just dividing, and then you're leaving inside parentheses the leftovers, okay? So what about you try this? Okay, we'll do this one together. This one's a little bit tricky. So I'm going to look down my 11 for 11 and 15. So my first start is look down my 11s, right? Here's 11, but no 15. There's not 15 on here. So let me just double check that there's No 11, no 11, and 15. Okay, I don't see that anywhere. So what can we take out, or what can we divide out if we can't divide these numbers by anything? Do you notice that they share something in common though? If you said F, you were correct, right? So because they both have F's, we can actually factor out that because they share that in common. And what's left over is the 11 plus 15. Okay, why don't you pause the video, try to do F, try to do G and H, and then unpause the video and check your answers with me. Okay, so this one was similar to E, where 13 and 18 cannot be divided by the same number. So we are going to factor out the variable H. And left over is 18 plus 13. Okay, and here you could divide both terms by 11. So 55 divided by 11 would mean 5m. And then 11 divided by 11 is just 1. And this one I could factor out a 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Plus sign, plus sign. 56y divided by 7 would give me, let me check my chart. Go down my 7s, 56. 56 divided by 7 would be 8. 8y. Okay, great. So make sure that you have all this written down, and the teacher should have your partner practice. Make sure that you show her that you've completed these problems before you grab your partner practice. Make sure you're staying on task, and you should have enough time to even start and finish your homework in class. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Great job.